Welcome students. In today's class we are going to discuss about the process through which the plant reproduces. Pollination is the process through which fruits are formed and the generation of the plants continue. We will take a look at the details of this process in the further slides. Transfer of the pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of that flower only or any other flower is known as pollination. Now pollination can be of two types. One is called autogamy, where pollen of the same flower falls on the stigma of the same flower only. Then there is geitonogamy. In geitonogamy, pollen of another flower of the same plant falls on the stigma of that flower. And allogamy or xenogamy involves the transfer of pollen of a flower of another plant of the same species which is falling on stigma of another plant. And the agents that are helping in this transfer of pollen grains are called pollinators. The insects, bees, birds and different big animals can also act as pollinators. As we can see in the picture, first is autogamy, where the androecium and gynoecium both are present in the same flower. So the pollen from the androecium is transferred to the stigma or gynoecium within that flower only. That is autogamy. That means within self. Then there is the geitonogamy. In geitonogamy, we can see that two flowers are present in very close proximity to each other, and the anther from one flower is transferred to the other flower of the same plant only. And then there is the cross-pollination, which is involving two different plants, but they are of the same species. So pollen is transferred between the flowers of different plant or individuals, but they can be of the same species only. And that is called xenogamy or allogamy. Self-pollination involves the transfer of the pollen from anther to the stigma of either the same flower or to the stigma of another flower of the same plant. And it happens in bisexual flowers very easily because both the male part, which is the androecium, and the gynoecium are present in the same flower. And also it can happen in the situation called homogamy, where anther and stigma are maturing at the same time. If the anther is premature and the stigma is matured, then pollination cannot happen. And if the anther is mature and the stigma is not matured, then also pollination cannot happen. So in order to ensure self-pollination, anther and stigma both should mature at the same time, simultaneously. Example of self-pollination is seen in pea and pansy. In contrast, the cross-pollination involves the transfer of the pollen grains from anther of a flower of a plant to the stigma of flower of another plant, but they need to be of the same variety or the same species. External agents are required in cross-pollination because the pollen grains need to traverse a considerably long distance. External agents can be insects, honeybees, birds, some big animals, and even some physical agents like air, water, etc. Examples of cross-pollination includes oxalis, hibiscus, etc. Now we will look into the advantages and disadvantages of the self-pollination. If we are taking a look at the advantages of the self-pollination, we can see that it's a surer process. Since the pollen grains does not need to travel any distance or very negligible distance, it's obviously a very ensured process than cross-pollination. The parental characters are preserved in self-pollination as the pollination is only happening in between the same flower or the flower of the single plant only. There is no variety involved. No wastage of pollen grains is also happening as the pollen grains are not traveling a long distance. So the plant also does not need to produce a lot of pollen grain. And as the self-pollination does not involve any external agent, the flowers need not be very large, showy, or produce nectar and scent, etc. Now, if we are just taking a look at the disadvantages, self-pollination although is preserving the parental characters, but since no variety is involved or no new characters are getting added, the variety or consequence varieties are getting weakened generation by generation. They are not being able to adapt to the environment that is present around themselves, and seeds that are produced are also of very poor quality. They are not going to give rise to some vigorous plants that can adapt to the external environment. And also through self-pollination, we cannot get any new variety, only the parental varieties are obtained. Where self-pollination was just preserving the parental characters and no new variety was added, in contrast to the self-pollination, cross-pollination involves adding of new characters every day or with every pollination. That gives rise to more healthy offspring who are able to adapt to the environmental change if it is happening. And the seeds that are produced are obviously very abundant in amount and viable and vigorous in growth. New varieties are produced with every pollination or with every chance of pollination. New genetic traits are getting added, which are making them very healthy. Disadvantages of the cross-pollination involves that since it is a process which involves the external agents, a lot of distance to be traversed by the pollen grains, it's not always very certain. Sometimes it can happen, but the factors that we are depending on for cross-pollination, that also need to happen properly. Then only cross-pollination will be ensured. And since through the traversing process, a lot of pollen grains are wasted by the pollinators or the plant itself, the plant needs to produce a large amount of pollen grain to compensate for that wastage. And it is uneconomical for the plant because the plant has to produce a large amount of pollen. It needs to produce very brightly colored petals. It needs to be produced in showy and large amount. Nectar and scent should be produced. It should attract insects. So it needs to invest a lot of energy in order to happen cross-pollination or in order to make cross-pollination happen. But since cross-pollination is always producing the new variety, which is making the generation or consequence generation more viable, it is always favored by nature.